every year they have the Sturgis Hall of Fame breakfast.
Okay.
So, Jessie's been part of that. She is in the Hall of Fame now up there. I know Jessie would be super stoked on this. Real Deal Revolution will be awarded the Hero Award at the Sturgis Hall of Fame.
Oh, holy cow.
Yeah. So we're super stoked about that.
So amazing.
We're in the studio right now.
Oh my gosh, you guys. It's High Octane Hustle. I'm Fastlane Jane.
And I'm Design Muse, and it's time for us to talk about what we're doing this summer.
What are you doing on summer vacation?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
What are you doing on summer vacation?
I don't know if it's summer vacation technically.
Yeah, because...
Well, I mean, I guess.
We
I
can't
keep
call
hitting
it
the
work.
road.
We can't call it work.
I know.
Because it's not work.
Really. No. I'm hitting the road, though, tomorrow at 8 a.m. on the road to Sturgis.
That's rad. I'm not.
Yeah.
How I'm starting my summer vacation. Oh, I'll have a 90-minute massage. Oh, you're on your motorcycle.
I mean, it's kind of like a massage. Not really.
It's
a little different, huh?
No, it'll be fun. I'll have to go there sometime with you. It's not like I don't have my motorcycle license. Could you imagine?
Abington's coming with us.
Holy smokes. But thinking about this, I think that my first outing on a motorcycle should be 1,200 miles.
100%. Yeah.
I mean, what do you guys think? I'm just saying.
So, Jane, what are you up to? We'll get to my Sturgis ride in a minute, but you have some plans. You're going out of town.
I do. I'm actually going to work through breaks. I was asked, or I should say nominated, to go out to Nashville for a company called Precision Dynamics International. Actually, it's an old friend of mine that I raced with in Optima, Ken Twaits, who owns the company. And it's arrive and drive kind of stuff for Nissan.
Fun.
Yeah.
Get to be behind the wheel. Always
behind
good.
the wheel. Yeah. And it'll be my first time working with, and don't expect me to tell you what these initials are, but ADAS, which is a type of three-dimensional, gosh, what do they call those things? Obstructions.
Yeah. So,
like fake people and fake buildings.
And I should know, because we were literally just talking about this, but basically for driving. Radar for driving and stuff. Yes.
Yes.
Advanced driver assistant system.
Well,
thank you,
yes,
Marcel.
Thank you.
ADAS.
ADAS.
Texas Instruments Advanced Driver Assistance Systems.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
That.
Basically that's so we mentioned it on the adaptive cruise control.
Right.
So basically when you have
I know what it does.
Oh, okay. For
But
everyone else, the listeners.
They don't.
But okay, do you want me just to talk to them, not
I
look
want
at
you
you?
to talk to them. I want you to tell them.
The
Guys, pay attention.
The adaptive cruise
What?
control that you have on your vehicles, you can set it at 70. It will know exactly how far the vehicle is in front of you, and then slow you down according to giving you enough room to stop your vehicle if needed in that time.
Yeah.
So you guys are testing those out then?
Well, actually, it's for Nissan, and we'll be doing the Aria, and they've put together all sorts of new things like adaptive cruise control on there with all the sonar and the radar and
most vehicles have
the
all
cameras
that now.
and everything. So we're getting the Nissan employees out to experience the new Aria EV and all of the new bells and whistles.
Yep.
So
so they can understand what those components are. Because a lot of people obviously they work at a company like this doesn't necessarily mean they know and understand all of those features that vehicle has.
Well, and the materials, looking through the materials, it's a lot. So
do you have a book you have to read?
I do. I do. I have to sit down and learn and do some homework and understand, because I think that ultimately will make me better at my job, number one, and then better equipped to help these people. There is a company coming from the UK that's setting up this fantastic type of town with a motorized 3-dimensional person on a scooter crossing the street and seeing how the car
yes,
will
how it
respond and
responds. Yeah,
react
yeah.
so that they have an opportunity to see it without a human walking across the street, so that they feel confident in the product. So it's my first experience with an electric vehicle too. So I'm
It's
just
fully electric or hybrid? You
fully
said
electric.
fully? Very cool.
So it'll be interesting to kind of see that and see if it,
This is the wave, huh? Some of the future stuff
Some of the
right
future.
here. And that's the thing is all of those types of features, are pretty much on vehicles now. And
Right.
that's what, any of the electric vehicles, I mean, pretty much they're half of them are driving themselves.
I'll have to step into this one real
Yes,
quick.
please, Marcel, behind the
So
scenes.
my wife, who's beautiful, by the way, let me just say, she's beautiful.
and her hair always
Thank
looks
you,
spectacular.
Michelle. Yes.
Exactly,
yes.
right?
Shout out to
Gorgeous,
Michelle.
gorgeous. Anyways, she has a Toyota with a lot of these features. And I will say, being the first person riding shotgun, I will say that she's had to use every feature on these vehicles. And thank God, because I would be dead 3 times over now if we didn't have these
But-
features.
But she's beautiful.
Gorgeous girl. Gorgeous woman.
Absolutely.
Love you.
Stunning.
Love you, babe.
Absolutely.
So you're
stunning.
saying that some of these features are good for some of the drivers out there that need them?
I'm going to say necessary.
Okay. Good to
Well,
know.
I remember driving the BMW and somebody had pulled out in front of me and it seemed like I'm a professional driver, folks. I know how to handle my own self behind the wheel. And I'm proud of that. But all of a sudden the car starts shaking because
Right.
it slammed on the damn brakes, scared the hell out of me. I'm like, no. So,
Right.
so
How do you
it's
turn
gonna-
this off?
I know. I think that I have a little bit of a issue.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I may follow a little too closely
Control. Well, you wouldn't in the
all
BMW.
the time. I know, right?
Yeah.
I've had that happen to me multiple times in a vehicle.
Yeah. And I just think that for me, I have control issues. That's probably why the Corvette has a manual transmission.
She said it,
So,
not
I
me.
mean, it's okay. You can say it too. Anybody can say it. I
So,
totally
Jane,
do.
are you some type of adaptive training, computer controlled in your mind?
Ooh,
Is that
control. See?
I don't know.
ACC, adaptive
Computer
AC
control.
Jane?
computer. AC Jane.
I'm not sure. And it's not that I think I can do it better, but
I like this behind the scenes interaction here, Marcel.
I'm kind of feeling like I'm going to come back and I'm going to need a lot of therapy.
or
for
tires?
these control or tires.
Oh, I
Or
like
new
that little
teeth.
segue.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But I'm excited because I'm going to Nashville. So I'll be there for 3.5, 4 weeks. And it's supposed to be very warm. And here's something
It's
that's
summer.
very interesting.
Okay.
My lead told me, so you probably want to get some waterproof shoes.
What?
And I'm like, where the
You
heck
walking
do you
around the
get
swamps? What?
Well, I guess it rains in Nashville.
Okay.
And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know. What does he mean? So now I have to research waterproof shoes. Or does he mean galoshes? Can I wear boots?
Galoshes, yeah. My son
that
had
kind
those
of
up
thing.
in Alaska.
Yeah. So I don't know what, I
So
don't want to
used
get,
to this California thing.
I know, I don't want to
It's
get
pretty
trench foot.
Trench foot. Whatever
Trench-
that is. I don't know.
Oh, it's a hiker thing, you guys. It's a
Okay,
hiker thing. Yeah.
okay.
If your feet get wet,
Okay.
you don't want your feet to get wet.
Okay.
You get
So
trench
you're
foot.
excited, and you're going to be there like a month.
Yeah, I'm excited. And
Wow.
Mr. Thurmond is coming out.
Oh,
and
wow,
I
I
said,
didn't know
yeah,
this.
yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah. I
fantastic.
said, you're going to be there a few days without me because I only have weekends off.
Sure.
And I said, you're going to rent a car.
Nashville's
and
great.
Go find stuff for us to do
yeah.
on Saturday and Sunday. We have tons of friends from racing there.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to hook up with them. And they're from Knoxville and then I have another girlfriend from Chattanooga that I'm
Yeah.
going to catch up with and one from Alpharetta, Georgia. So I'm excited to actually be in the area.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be fun.
So many car people in Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
So many.
Yeah.
When we were working on the Jay Leno build, we had gone out there to Nashville and stuff. Back in the areas back there, but yeah, working on the chassis and stuff.
What
like
was
that.
your favorite thing to do when you were in Nashville? Like, did you do anything touristy or?
I mean, they just have the amazing food and all of the downtown stuff. I mean, great freaking music everywhere and just a great atmosphere in general. All of the places were cool.
Something that I learned about, speaking of the music, is that in Nashville, or I guess on Broadway, that they have floors of music. Like you go into one place and you don't have to pay a cover
You're right.
charge.
You're right.
And they've got different floors with all sorts of different
That's so interesting you
music.
said that now. I didn't even think about that.
That's
You're right.
crazy.
You're right.
So I'm excited just to find out a little bit more about that too. So I think that'll be fun.
Well, I guess I used to do those kind of things. We had like raves and things like that in downtown LA, so they were kind of like that too. Are we not supposed to talk about that one?
Cracks me up. No.
Have you not been out in a while? I was like, I think they have places like that.
I haven't been out in LA for a while.
I don't know.
Once I started racing, I quit going to LA. Yeah. You know.
Nashville's going to be great.
I
it's
think
going to
it'll
be awesome out there.
fun.
You're going to have a great time.
Super fun.
Yeah. Very,
And then,
very cool.
Then we're going, when I get back, I'll be going to Michigan and then for teaching, and then I'll be going to Yellowstone.
Nice.
So I'm excited about that. So that's what I'm doing this summer. I guess that's
I like
Indian
that
summer
Yellowstone
and
got
fall.
like this much airtime right there.
Oh,
It's Yellowstone.
I'm super psyched for that. Never
Yeah,
been. Greg
it's
and I are going, and
gorgeous.
yeah, Weston, our kid. I think I told you this.
Yeah.
He hooked
Well, you
Daddy
told
up
me,
with that.
but again.
Oh, okay. So
we're
Weston,
we're here for other people to kind of hear part of the conversation.
Weston, our youngest son. You guys know Weston, right? Yeah. He was so excited to give Dad his birthday present because his dad turned, Medicare age 65. He's proud of it. Listen, for a while, Greg wasn't proud of it, but then he shows me his Medicare card. And he's like, yes. Because listen, for a 65-year-old, that man's a badass.
He is.
He's not only a great car builder, but boy, can he wheel a car.
Yes, he
But
can.
beyond that, his son, for the 65th birthday, got us a trip to Yellowstone, Montana.
How cool is that?
Yeah. He's like, Dad needs something really special. So he's sending us out of town and said, hooked us up with.
That's how you look at
Hooked us
it.
up
huh?
with Airbnb.
Got it. You send
There's
him-
going to be a party at your house, I'm sure.
Yeah, right,
Oh,
Weston. Yeah.
You know what though? That would be old Weston. Weston's 25. He's married with kids. He's not
old.
There won't
No,
be.
yeah.
There
I don't
won't
know.
be. There won't be any
That's
parties.
what she thinks, right?
Mason. Now that's a different story.
I like this
Damn.
behind the scenes wizard type. Yeah, this is good. Interaction.
But it'll be super fun. So what's happening at Sturgis? Yeah, what's happening at Sturgis? I've never
Besides
heard of
me
it.
riding my ass up there, yeah, no. Every year, we try every year at least, but we started doing a ride when Jesse was the Grand Marshal.
Right.
So that's been kind of our goal is to get all the girls together, and there's been guys too and stuff, behind the scenes and everything. But yeah, and to write up, so we take a couple days and we don't do now. I'm gonna do the freeway tomorrow, but typically we do scenic roads and stuff because it's gorgeous, it's beautiful. Like the whole reason people go to Sturgis is the Black Hills. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful riding. Well, I'm sorry, not the whole reason, but the reason they should go to Sturgis. It's absolutely stunning up there. Great roads to travel on. The journey up there is epic as well. So we're excited to go there again. We've always been part of Biker Bells.
Okay.
So they're going to have a Women's Day at the Chip. So that's been something, just again, getting more women together to because we're out there and just having that moment, and just celebrating each other and really enjoying it. And same thing, guys are invited too. It's just, it'll be a women bike show that they'll have there. We'll be hosting our Real Deal workshops as well.
Right on.
Yeah. So we've been doing that a couple years up there. So that's been great. We'll be teaching welding, pinstriping, leatherwork, and then we are going to have an auto jewelry class.
Oh, I love it.
So we have Andrea that's up from Martha's Vineyard. She's riding there too. So
Oh my
there are
gosh.
people riding from all over the country there. And
Didn't she come out to Babes right out when we were in Central Coast? The one from Martha, because I remember somebody coming from
yes,
Martha's Vineyard.
I think so. That was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, sure.
I'm like, there's so many different events. I try to recall all of them exactly, but yes. But Andrew's been with us at a couple, so probably.
Yeah.
And then, so she's going to take some car parts and she's going to do jewelry out of those parts and stuff.
That's
so I'm excited about that.
Awesome.
Yeah. And,
Baja Forge. It isn't just the products and it's not just a brand. It's a way of life. At an early age, traveling to Baja was one of my fondest memories. It was about venturing to unknown destinations. It was the freedom of exploration and really slowing down to enjoy the amazing world and the people we have in it. Baja Forge is about helping you embrace adventure. Baja Forged, signature vehicle builds and off-road products built to forge your own path. Visit bajaforged.com today.
I can share one of the exciting things that will be happening up there too.
Okay.
I had a really great phone call and I was kind of like, where is this coming from? But you know, it's one of those kind of like humbling moments, I guess. And it's almost like, wow, what we're doing is working.
Yeah.
You know? So every year they have the Sturgis Hall of Fame breakfast.
Okay.
So, you know, Jesse's been part of that. She is in the Hall of Fame now up there. And so I got a phone call from Lionel at Law Tigers. And we were, Real Deal Revolution will be awarded the Hero Award at the Sturgis Hall of Fame.
Oh, holy cow.
Yeah. So we're super stoked about that.
So amazing.
I know. I'm like, no, it's really like, it really like pulled me back because I know, you know, same thing. I know Jesse would be super stoked on this. I'm super excited too because there is a $5,000 grant that comes along with that also. So yeah.
So that just means more opportunities to pay it forward.
100%. And that's why we're doing it. You know, like that's why we've been doing it all this time. And there's been some really good things coming together. I'm not going to lie, you know, it was really hard after she passed and to keep that momentum, but everyone was always like, nope, this has to continue to happen. Yeah. And, you know, I mean, after anyone passes, it's traumatic in a lot of ways, I think. But I think everyone out there knows how much she affected everyone in the community, and that includes myself. You know,
me too.
And how we moved forward with a lot of things and what that looked like, or you know, hunkering down and going like, no, we're doing this, you know, for her too. You know, and a lot of that is like part of this journey is for her as well, you know, because, you know, the idea is to change the world. And how do you do that? You go out and you do it. You help people change their mindset. You help to empower them to know that they're capable of doing anything, that there's really nothing stopping them. You know, we all hold ourselves back in so many ways. So yeah, so I'm super stoked about that.
Yeah, she was the flame and now you're the fan. So I think that's...
I like that.
Yeah, I think that's rad. Well, even just like when we came back from the Marconi, the Women's Motor Fest, the workshops there, spectacular. I mean, just having Lisa there for doing welding and Angie there for doing leather work, and I was observing and playing myself.
No, you were, and you were
and I
there
learned
too,
to pinstripe.
and I love it. I love that you were teaching too right away, and everyone comes out of the woodwork to help, and everyone wants to do it, and everyone wants to give back. We all volunteer, and we're there to do this, and just got back from Milwaukee from Harley Davidson 120th. So it's amazing to see all of these women, and we have guys too that help. It's just, women are just the instructors and stuff, but all of them to gather and want to do this.
Well,
so
and to see
beautiful.
So many men come up to the tables and be unafraid. Can you teach me? Can you show me how to do this?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was awesome. And then so we'll be up there doing it with the Jesse Combs Foundation as well. So there'll be some of the scholarship girls up there helping. And so that's the idea, is that we just keep moving this wheel, this community, building it bigger and getting more people involved in it. So if you guys are interested, it's realdealrevolution.org. Get more interest in it, ways to help out. I mean, yeah.
I love that.
So exciting.
I'm very excited for you.
I know. Thanks.
What else do we have to talk about?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I'm just working too and stuff.
Well, you just
lots of cool builds we have.
Right?
We actually we have a couple things in the shop right now. I know. Yeah, I was pretty excited. We just got to drop some of our Baja Forge bumpers off over at Galpin Autosports on the way
love
here.
that.
So that was pretty rad. That was pretty cool.
Love that.
Yeah. That'll be a cool build. But see, so the fun part of some of these things is you get to work with like cool high-end clients, but that doesn't necessarily mean you can talk about them all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even with like Ford, when we do a lot of the stuff that we did, we signed a lot of non-disclosure agreements and stuff, you know? So it's like I know it's all the
I want to tell you,
stuff,
but I can't.
right?
Yeah.
It really is like that. So,
That's so
yeah,
cool.
so we have some other really cool builds, and like our focus, like for SEMA coming up too, is to be working on our brand on Baja Forged presence there with product on vehicles. So we're working on that right now and figuring that out. We're working on our manufacturing. So we've gotten our first like bumpers kind of on their way. That was like our first set that we got out. So the next ones will
That's so
come and
rad.
we'll fine tune everything. And so, yeah, it's pretty exciting because like that's the idea is we'll be able to do more of the R&D and stuff like that. It's just pretend like we don't hear the ringing.
I was about to say, like, whoops.
Like it's just
Of
not.
course, now it stops.
Is that in your ear or ours?
Oh my God. Ring a ding ding ding. Are you trying to make it?
That sounds.
I was
Are you
thinking-
sure you're just not doing that?
I'm whistling
We
through
should've
my.
just made the
I'm
face.
whistling through my teeth.
We'll just do that next time.
I can't whistle that well.
I can't either. Jason.
I typically can't either. Then there's
This
some
is my
people.
whistling.
Then there's some people who can whistle songs.
I know.
On,
Carson's really good.
This is really gonna. Everyone on Spotify is gonna love this right now.
you're cutting
All
that
they're
out.
hearing is.
You're
yeah,
cutting that
I am.
out. Good. You're cutting that out.
All right, Griffin, let's get going.
I don't think we're that good. So we're excited for SEMA, and we will be having Real Deal Revolution at SEMA again too.
Right
Because we
on.
kicked ass. It was
Yes, we did.
It was such a fantastic booth.
That was
Like
it was.
Everyone walked up and they were like, "You ladies, you have such good energy," and we're like, "I know, we bring it."
Wait, we're the
Right?
nitrous in the room.
That's right. I actually like that. I
Thank
like
you.
that. Did you hear that? That's our new tagline.
Yes, definitely. Oh my gosh. So, I'm super excited
I?
that, well, it was actually Con Media that reached out to GTS Customs,
Oh,
right?
I don't know. Tell me.
Well, we talked about it because Matt Farah from the Smoke and Tire,
Yeah.
he had a C6 that he was doing a sweepstakes giveaway. It's too late. You can't enter, by now, by the time we air this, he will have probably given the C6 away. But GTS Customs, our shop, actually did the install for everything but the clutch because they did the install.
Oh, yeah,
the
Matt Fair-
clutch,
oh.
yeah, the clutch wasn't there, so we couldn't put the clutch in. But that was going to be provided by Center Force, high performance clutches. Anyway, fantastic build. Through that, Matt's going to come and be a guest on our show.
I know, I'm so
this is
stoked
so
on that.
excited, super
Yeah.
excited. So,
For sure.
he's fun to watch, man. And
Oh,
he's,
yeah.
and
He's
he's
a car
watched
guy.
by lots of people. Yeah,
a
he
car
was
guy.
in the UK for a while for what was it? Lotus. What's the thing called? Lotus. Goodwood.
Oh gosh.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Not Lotus.
But he was doing stuff with Lotus too. But
Lotus is a car company.
I understand that.
And it's also flour.
True.
Yes, it is. Thank you,
You
Jason.
have one, don't you? A tattoo?
No, I don't.
Oh, what do you have? A orchid?
It's,
what is it? I
It's
can't see
something
from here.
different. I can't remember what it is. That's 20 years ago.
Like I know you have
It
something.
looked cool on the wall.
It was 20 years
Like,
ago.
it was my first
He's
tattoo.
like, it's not a lotus though.
It's not
It's
a Lotus.
not, but I can't remember what it
It's
is.
not.
Okay.
Anyway, super
That's
psyched about that.
Totally
Super-
excited.
Super
yes.
excited
Yes.
about the guests that we have coming in.
Oh my gosh, we have such a laundry list. It's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. We
Guys,
also
just so
have-
you know, this is the podcast you want to be on.
Yes, exactly. So if you have
Just
someone
saying.
you'd like to nominate to be on our show,
You can.
send us their info. That was a big pause.
Well, the guys in the back were
send
doing
us their
something,
info.
and we're like, squirrel, what?
Yeah.
Well, you can log on to our website.
So we have Matt Farah coming. So Smoking Tire
Yes.
podcast.
Yes.
We have Holman and Lightning coming from the Truck Show podcast.
Which is rad because I listened to Lightning when he was on K-Rock.
Yep.
So long ago, I'm going to fangirl out. I just know it. Oh,
I did
my
when
gosh.
I met. So the first time I met him was up in one of the Elvis suites in the
when we were at SEMA?
Vegas Hilton. Yeah.
Last year?
No. Oh, Lightning? No, this is
Oh,
like
okay.
5 years or 10 years ago.
God,
Probably
you
like
get
10 years
you
ago.
get up to that Elvis suite quite a bit, don't you?
Yeah.
Stick
That's
with her,
why I
kid.
take all of you guys up there. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, wow. Right on.
Yeah, and I did.
It'll be the
fangirl. I
Barry
was like,
man.
"K-Rock,
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh! Like,
Yes.
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
I like that.
Did you
And
ask for insurance quotes? Because remember, he was the AIS.
Thank you.
AIS?
I do remember.
AIG?
AIS.
AIS.
Yeah, I did not at the time. No, that didn't pop in my head. It's funny because when I think of K-Rock, the first thing that does pop in my head is Poor Man, and that's really funny, right?
did
Yes.
you say poor man
Because
or
I love
porn man?
I love North Shore. First off, okay.
Poor man.
Poor man. Okay.
Poor Man. You don't even know.
No.
You
Oh
just
my
said you were
The public
you were-
No, I
access
was.
bikini TV show after hours.
He came on right after Wally George on
No,
TV 56.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't
Yes.
remember.
KDOC in
Yes.
Orange County.
And
Yes.
Richard Blade did too.
Okay,
Richard Blade had
Richard
his little show
Blade.
on.
Yep.
That's where I fell in love with Kevin and Bean.
Totally.
And then they got booted.
Totally.
Stryker. What, K-Rock?
Stryker's just a Jay Lightning impersonator.
Yes,
They
impersonator.
sound exactly the same.
So we'll
I've
have to
even
get
had to have-
Stryker on the show too.
No, I've had
Yeah.
Jay. I've even said, Jay, call me
Nah,
right
we're
now.
good with Lightning.
I've always
What?
said, I've said to Jay, you need to call me right now because I hear Stryker on K-Rock and I think you're the same people.
Oh, and I just went actually. Banks. That's where Lightning works.
yeah.
Banks Power. They had an event this past weekend too, a car show. That was great. So we
Wow.
attended that. It was really cool. We got to walk around. Got to see Gail. Got to talk to Holman too. He was there. Got to share my experience of the pedal monster also because. So it was funny. Lightning had come out. It was my 2011 Ford Raptor, my V8, and he had put, this was newer at the time that they were just starting to bring out this pedal monster. And I was like, okay, my, truck's already supercharged. Like, I'm sure it'll be a little better, but not, that much better. But you know me, I like to laugh, right?
Yes.
So might have got the giggles just a little bit.
Oh my.
Because basically what it does is it changes like the responsiveness of the pedal, right?
Okay.
So I mean, you're talking a couple seconds,
Blips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, such a big difference. And so I'm giggling and laughing. And now that video, it's old now, but it had 1 million views or something like
Oh
that.
my.
And then even my sister
Be sure
at
to
the
get
day-
that video.
right? My sister during the time, no. My sister at that time, she had read this, she opened up a magazine. It's like Diesel World or something. She's like, did you know, like, you're in a, like, it's like a centerfold basically, like of me just laughing. I was like, this is weird.
But that's fun.
It was. So I was totally giggling. It's
I love
fun.
it.
I mean,
I
that's
love
that's why we get behind the wheel, because it's fun.
I
Makes
always
us
laugh
smile.
when I'm in the passenger seat. I mean, I laugh really hard when I'm in the driver's seat.
I know, right?
Especially if the person in the passenger seat's having a good time.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Faster,
so that was
faster.
fun. So it was that was nice
That's
this
cool.
weekend. Saw a lot of
Cool.
people there. So it was
Cool.
cool to hang out. Always
love
fun to do
it.
car show things.
I love it. I'm trying to remember what I did over the weekend. What did I do?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't even know where I was.
Okay.
Oh, I probably was at the beach. Yeah.
Getting a
See,
massage.
No, not then. But no.
Andy's back. He's gonna pick up Opie.
It's
and
our
come over.
ghost.
Yeah.
We'll just make.
It's
Are you having a conversation with him?
No, I'm telling you, it's like
Jane sees dead people.
it's like they're watching us.
it's my sixth
It's happening
sense.
more now.
Yeah, because they're pissed off. They want to.
It's like closer.
Well, if that's the case, plug your ears. I'll whistle really loud.
Are we done? What time is?
Okay, I
We've
wasn't
got barely
gonna-
half an hour.
barely half an hour. I don't know how much more
feel
we
like,
have to
I know.
talk about.
I feel like we're done.
So Teresa,
Yeah.
when are you coming back from Sturgis?
Oh, there's that.
Oh,
I put
because we
food in
had
my
thanks,
face.
thanks. So I actually I'm gonna do a 2-day trip back from Sturgis, yes, people, all the way back to SoCal. And on Saturday, August 12th, we have TMI
It's like cars and clearance.
Cars and
is
Clearance.
What they call it. Yeah.
That's right, because the clearances they're gonna have a sale.
Yeah, they're selling out
Yeah.
some one-offs or some
Yeah.
displays.
So
seats and
myself
interior.
and these behind the scenes guys back here, yeah. We've been part of the judges for the last almost year now, right?
Yeah, SEMA would be the first. Yeah.
Yeah, and so this is exciting. We'll get to go there. And is this the final one? Jason, why don't you fill us in on more details on this?
Yeah, so the TMI Trim Awards, obviously the first one was at SEMA that we all judged, and then they've been doing like a road trip. So they've had 4 different events from Good Guys Del Mar, Good Guys Columbus, C10 Nationals, and then this, at their place is going to be the final pick, and then an overall pick gets to have a feature vehicle spot at SEMA.
And they get days up at SEMA, like 5 days
Yeah, I think they
at
get
SEMA.
hotel, all
Yeah,
that
it's
kind
like
of
the
stuff.
grand, like package, like yeah.
Basically, all expenses paid, and your
Yeah.
car, or truck gets,
It's
the
been
SEMA
really
show.
exciting to me being part of this because like interiors are rad.
Yeah.
And I feel like they do not get enough attention.
No, it's always the shine, the paint,
Yeah.
the how it looks, and
Yeah.
then interiors are never thought of.
And I think we've all seen some amazing things that I mean, they're incredible. It's been so cool to, I don't know, to for all of us to travel and see some of these.
I mean, the really nice thing about this is that interior work has changed so much in the last 5 years. I think a lot of people still think of like tuck and roll Tijuana specials, and they also
now.
think, well, no, I'm
Family
serious. I mean, that's that was kind of the Southern California thing for decades. you
Yeah.
know? And now you look at people that are using 3D printing.
Yes.
They're using computer models. This level of craftsmanship is now gone to like outer limits because there's so many tools that are available now that weren't available even 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So hats off to interior guys. They are doing a lot of great work.
Yeah, there's
And-
a lot of younger guys in the space too.
That I'm really happy to see because that was the other thing is most of your older upholstery guys were those old craftsman guys that,
Yeah.
had been sewing those cars forever. And maybe they did furniture too as well. They
Yes.
didn't just do a car upholstery.
Yes.
They did your mom's Barca lounger, right?
That's
Yeah.
how Greg learned when his
Yeah.
folks had Canoga Park Autotops and he learned to sew. That man can sew, master
Yeah.
trimmer, but he started with their antique upholstery.
Yep.
And then boats, tonneau covers, then custom upholstery. Now he still does. And he's getting ready to redo. We're going to redo the interior on my car.
You've been talking about
Finally.
that, yeah.
Well, we're finally in a position, although we do need to take the motor out and rebuild that. So that's fun. But it gives way
Yeah.
to be able to make some different and unique changes. And
Yeah.
now when you talk about like TMI, they don't have anything that I can use for the Corvette, but that small space, how do you maximize that small space? It's like, tiny living in there, but I don't want it to be flat. I want it to have some dimension.
Yeah, and
because
that's the 3D
Yeah.
printing and stuff like that. Yeah,
Exactly.
So, one of the upholsterers that we work with is Rogelio's, and they're in Irwindale. And what's great about them is they have 3 generations, and it's exactly what you guys are talking about. Like their dad started it, so yes, he started doing couches,
Right,
furniture,
right.
And then the son is, basically who we work with, which he's done, pretty much almost all of my interiors and stuff like that. And then now his son, he's doing exactly that, all the 3D printing. They're getting into all of that. So he's scanning things, 3D print. So it's cool to see the technology evolve, but where it started from too.
Right.
And like Marcel, what you were touching on, like, what's so cool about like the 3D printing stuff? Like it's in the older cars too. Like Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. See, years ago, I would poo-poo this. I would think this would be a bad deal.
Poo.
But you look at now the technology, like we're taking 3D scanners and we're printing, and this is why I saw this the other day on Instagram where there was a guy that was spraying the ghost, the cloaking foam, or I guess it's a mist that allows the scanner to kind of pick up the body lines or the.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So, of course, now this is brand new technology. We should probably see that on a brand new car, maybe a Tesla. But no, this guy's doing a 68 Nova.
Yeah.
And I'm watching him do, and I was mesmerized. I'm
Exactly.
just like, I had to watch it 3 or 4 times. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, first off, why is this 20-year-old guy 3D scanning a 68 Nova? Well, then you start reading about it, and he's building this crazy killer Nova with tools that I never thought you would bring into this.
Yep.
I'm not going to bring in a laptop computer to work on my 68 Nova. Well,
Yeah.
nowadays, yes, you are.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
your engine management. That's your
But
audio
it's
visual
not
management.
just about,
But
it's not just about engine management.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like it
You're
has been
you're
for the last 10
reinventing
years.
these
Yeah.
vehicles now.
Now you look at a car, if 20 years ago you said you wanted to have what, we have in cars now, we'd all laugh. Be like, why do you need to have audio visual? Why do you need to have, a phone that talks to you? Why do you need adaptive,
Right.
cruise
Your
control?
car to drive for you.
But now get on the road, and being on the road with so many more drivers now. Yes, adaptive cruise control's awesome, right? Audio visual navigation.
Yeah.
Well,
all of
and
this
these-
stuff is such better tools.
No
Lane
Thomas guides
assist.
anymore?
Yeah, exactly. And you've got lane
Don't get me started.
assist, and
Yeah.
it's everything's happening for the driver's safety.
Right.
And he still has to have his hands on the wheels, and he's still got to be looking forward.
For now.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
For now.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless you're like Sean and they're up in San Francisco, and he gets picked up by an Uber that has no driver in it.
No way he did?
Yes.
Oh, I haven't seen him
didn't,
yet.
I didn't ask him if he actually got into it or if he just actually saw it.
Right,
I
like,
don't,
what's going
I don't
on?
know. Where are you, Sean?
Someone effing with me.
For some reason, I look at that as like when your buddy pulls up and just says, get in and don't ask questions, get in, drive. That's what those
Right?
autonomous cars like say to me is just get in. You don't know
I
what's
don't
going to
know.
happen.
I'm not sure I took those drugs.
Is there some kind of feature where if you then hop into the front seat and try to like steal it, it shuts down? Because that's what I'd wonder about.
yeah.
Like you're the only one in the
know.
car
Well,
then.
am I
So
supposed to
Override
drive?
assist here.
Yeah.
What if you're carjacking too? What if you walk up and say, get out your ride and there's no one in your ride?
You just baffled us.
Yeah.
We don't know how to answer you.
Okay.
Hey, there's two of us that are a loss
Since-
for words.
Since
What?
I got both of you
History
stuck on
made.
stupid, let's get into a lightning round of questions, okay?
Lightning round, let's go.
All right. First off, we're going to find out here. All right, Theresa,
Oh,
what was your first motorized vehicle that you drove?
ATC 3-wheeler 70.
70?
Motorized vehicle, yeah.
And how long did you ride it the first time?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I was like 3 years old. Probably not very far.
But did you get off of the thing is what I'm asking you.
Did I what?
Did you get off of it?
Yes.
Or were you like on it forever and just driving? Oh my God, were you an Energizer bunny on the stupid thing?
I mean, probably, but
Okay, let me try this with
yes,
Jane.
eventually
Jane, what was your
I
first?
got off of the ATC.
Okay, Jane, let me ask you the same question. What
she
was your?
drove it here actually.
I know, right?
What are we getting at? This lightning round is interesting. Okay, let's do
I
this.
don't see any lightning.
What was? Yes, exactly.
What was
your
the
first?
first motorized
He's
thing
not going to
you
be a
drove?
guest until next month.
Yes.
So I didn't drive the first
ride.
thing, the what was that?
Driver ride, I guess.
Driver ride. Okay, driver ride. And that was a little mini bike. And no, I never got off, and I got a big ass burn on my calf.
I have one right
But,
now.
but then what I actually rode by myself, Honda Trail 70 red.
Yeah, see, 70s. Totally get it.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the car that you miss the most?
It's hard. Probably my Raptor.
You know, I've never had a Raptor, but I miss your Raptor too. Because I said to Greg, no lie, the other day, I said, well, you know, if I have to sell the car, blah, 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 this and that. I said,
You need a
I want a
Raptor.
Shelby Raptor.
Yeah.
And like, he's like, well, you don't need that honey,
None of us
we've-
need
listen,
anything.
Listen,
Want.
that's the funniest part, though. We've never had cars we needed. We probably needed a
Come
minivan.
to the other side.
Yeah, we probably
Come
needed
to
a
the other
minivan, but
side.
I know. It's like, dude, we've never freaking got cars in our garage that we need.
Ford girl.
I have to say, for me, a bitter loss. I had a 2006 Audi S-Line A6,
Oh.
and it went back as a lemon, but it was one of my all-time favorite cars. As far as a new car that you go and you purchase, and it just had everything. I just loved that car. Loved it.
Nice.
Loved it.
What's the car that you regret not buying?
A trophy truck? I still haven't bought it yet. But I already regret it.
A car that I regret not buying. Well, you've known us long enough. We've really owned everything that we love, right?
Isn't that the point, right?
Well, and I think it has to go back to I still want a Raptor.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean,
This is exciting.
which is really strange because of the fact that
Why is that strange?
Well, you know why? Because most of everything we have is Chevy, right? I know. So there's that
because
little
Chevy
bit
doesn't
of
make a
twin-
good
yeah, something
yeah.
you can drive off the lot
No.
and you can go wheeling.
Not performance wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Not
really hard
comparable to a
beat.
Raptor.
Yeah. So that would be the one thing,
Okay.
I think.
If
I'd
you
probably-
if you won the lottery tomorrow, and we're talking dumb money,
Oh, like
what's the first 5 vehicles that you buy?
oh. Well, we already know Shelby Raptor for me. What for you?
Well, trophy truck
Okay.
instantly.
That's because she has more experience.
And then you
off-roading
have to
than I
buy
do.
and then you have to buy the diesel the rig to go with it. And
Oh,
then a
yeah,
chase truck.
Okay.
So that's like 3
you only have
vehicles.
the
Oh, and
three.
then 1960 F100.
Which should be the trophy truck.
It's going to be my custom build. It'll perform off-road.
So a luxury runner.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically pre-runner. Yeah. A stadium truck pre-runner-ish
That's
look.
4.
Yeah. I don't know, like probably some kind of like Porsche or something. I don't know. I know. I'm not a car person at all.
Really?
Yeah, truck person.
At all. Yeah. But
Jane,
that
your-
would probably maybe be the only other. Yeah.
Okay, so
list.
the first one obviously is the Shelby Raptor.
Okay.
right? Okay.
I love that your first one's a Ford. Yes.
Yes. and that's rough because
I know.
you
right?
already know that I really want. I showed you the picture of the beautiful old school Bronco that was that pale yellow with the cream.
Yes,
Yeah. So
yes.
that would be number 2.
Yes. I'm loving
So-
this Ford
Yeah,
list.
because then I could
Yes.
afford it, right? Then I
Okay.
could totally afford it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So obviously, your dream cars are Fords. It
I
seems
know.
to be.
But wait
I'm loving this.
wait for it.
Wait
My
for it.
first
Ford
car
it.
was a 1972 El Camino. I sold that,
My sister
but
was
I
a
always
1970.
wanted a 1970 cowl
Yep.
induction hood,
Yep.
and I wanted Greg to paint it white.
Have you
with
seen
blue
Sarah's?
pearl. No. Is that what I just
That's
described?
what. Yeah. It's a badass.
Oh my
Oh, super
gosh.
badass El Camino.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I don't want bench seat. It has to be 2, bucket seats with a nice
Oh.
console on the side. It has to have a
have to show you my
booming
dad's, too.
stereo. Yeah, it has to have a booming stereo. So that's 3.
Okay. At least you went back to the Chevys. Okay.
Let's see. Oh, I want a big badass pimp freaking motorhome, so I can
I like
take
that.
all that shit around
Perfect.
with me. Okay,
Perfect.
So I
I
got
like
one
that.
more.
I like that.
Oh, well, it's going to be a Corvette. So it's probably going to be a 70 Corvette. Completely restored, all pimped up.
70.
Yeah, big block. Well, it won't have a big block, but like old school kind of big block with a huge motor.
like it.
Like an
I like
LS6 built. So with just, I mean, I feel pretty fortunate. We should feel pretty fortunate. We've always had really cool cars, haven't we?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And
so-
we're gonna have a lot
but
more in our
that's-
future. It
but
sounds
that's
like.
Apparently, we're going to play the lottery on the way home.
Okay, we're still doing our lottery dreams here.
'Kay.
So You've got your top 5 cars.
Okay.
Where is the top 5 places or roads that you're driving to?
I think, you know what? Because I'd want to have the best of both worlds. I would definitely take the Raptor down to Baja, California, and it would go to the coast. It would have to. I would take both boards
I mean,
there.
that's first on my list
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. So we could caravan.
I just came back from there a month ago,
Caravan.
but it never
Yeah.
gets old.
No.
Never.
Because that has the best of both of the things that we love.
Totally.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there any other need for any other place?
Well, most of mine were off-roading. I mean, the Porsche wouldn't. So, man, I'm not gonna lie. California has some epic. What do we got? What?
No, just remember, you can take it anywhere in the world.
Do I
good
have
point.
to take the
Good
car
point.
there? Okay,
That's
I
the
have to
point.
take the car there. Okay.
Where would you
Okay.
drive one of those dream cars anywhere in the world?
So I'm not gonna lie. Well, desert wise, any desert, and I want to go pretty much everywhere in the Middle East. I do want to go to South America, and I do want to do Africa too. So any of those places too
Okay.
for off-road stuff.
So I don't think any of my vehicles are prepped for this question, which really sucks. So we have to go back. We have to go back to the Audi, the one that got
The one that got away.
The one that got away. Because I think that I would go to Finland and I would drive. They have such insane restrictions with regards to getting your license and whatnot, and they have an ice driving location there for teaching and whatnot. I definitely want to do that. That to me is a
Fun.
bucket list, because when I was teaching at Bridgestone Winter Drive School, let's back up because I can't expel that information, right? They had instructors come from Finland and share all about what their school is doing. They wanted
Yeah.
to see what Bridgestone Winter Drive was doing.
Yeah.
And they brought videos, and unbelievable. The grounds were unreal. The technology that they were using just 5 years ago of how they set everything up. Hands down, I definitely want to do that one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here.
She didn't answer the question.
I did. I
I guess you did. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Okay, last question here. We're going to end this off, but I got to hear from both of you two.
At the same time or one at a time?
Oh, no, you guys can take turns.
We're ready.
If you could have dinner with anybody alive or dead, who would it be?
Can you put little markers over those? You can do all sorts of stuff.
Who would it be and why? Theresa, go first.
So I have said this one, Steve McQueen. So he is just this epic person that I don't know, there's just something he did so many cool car, motorcycle related things. But every time you saw video of him and stuff, super normal. Super cool, super down to earth, but just full badass, full awesome, human like that. Close by to where I grew up and stuff like that in, Chino Hills. He has, a boys' home over there too that he funds basically. It's he was such a cool human, but yet also I said, such a badass on any Sunday. Epic freaking movie, still watch it all the time with my girlfriends.
Yeah.
and there's just so many things like that you see. And then he's in the movies. He's doing all these cool things and just
and
I
didn't have
don't
a
know
stunt
what
double.
I would ask him. I think it'd just be more hanging out. I mean, I don't know if it'd be dinner. I think it'd be cool. Can we go drive somewhere or go do something,
Exactly.
it'd be something like that, So
Yeah.
that's who it is for me.
I like that. Same question?
Same question.
So this is random and it popped into my head, and it would be Hal Needham. And I think you guys know who Hal Needham is. Well, I met him when I was probably 11 years old. He was one of my dad's best friends. There's two people that kind of were pivotal in shaping what I thought of with regards to vehicles and so forth. But he was dope, man. He was the coolest cat. And I think that the question I would ask him is, how did you, Smokey and the Bandit, and jump in the Trans Am? I'd have to have a conversation about that. And
Yeah,
that's it.
there's some of these things that just they've impacted us in a big way like that.
Never
Yeah.
had a Trans Am. Haven't. I
Right?
mean, I've jumped my motorcycle in the off-road truck, but
But you
But
want
I
to know
just-
about
I want to know, what the hell were you thinking? And was my father involved in this? And were you guys drinking, or were you passing the bong? And if you know, you know.
And I'm not gonna lie, the other person, and we could probably both agree. I mean, Jessie, if she could be back and we could have something like that, I mean, yeah, totally. I have a couple people like that. I mean, Pete Chapers too. He's the same way too. There's a couple people that I'm like, okay,
So now with AI available, because we just witnessed how
So
Boyd Coddington
crazy.
spoke to us from the dead.
yeah.
That's creepy.
Do you guys think that even being interviewers, would you actually interview Hal Needham, or would you interview Jesse over AI right now? Like, if you could ask them questions, what would you ask them?
Now with AI, is it supposed to be? I mean, it's supposed to be like them responding. Like, I know
And a lot of times it would pull existing
the way.
Right.
footage or audio
See, that
clips,
makes me feel
Program
weird.
everything.
stuff
It
like
makes
that.
me feel
yeah.
a little weird. Like, yeah. Like, I don't feel like it'd be fully authentic. Like, it's a,
No, it wouldn't be
yeah,
authentic,
it's weird
obviously.
to me.
I'm
Yeah. So,
but-
I mean, it's different. Like, any
It
of
might be
those things.
different if you being that you knew, Jesse and all that.
I don't know if I'd want to do that.
I'm a hard no.
Yeah.
I'm a hard no on
I'm uncomfortable with it.
It was a little
Yeah,
odd
right?
the other day. I was
Yeah.
at Chris Coddington's place, and he had basically typed in a script into the computer, and his dad spoke back to him.
Gosh, Boyd.
So
yeah.
what was really sounded
very similar.
exactly like
so
him.
crazy.
So the
huh?
real funny thing about it was there were a few words that he would say, like that you could tell, like his the nasalness of his voice.
yeah,
you could hear
it
it.
felt like him. Yeah.
And when he played it back, it gave me the eerie feeling, because it was like I
Right?
was talking to him on the phone.
yeah.
So I think this is going to get a little weird. I mean, the first thing, like, Tupac on stage dancing around, that was kind of weird, right?
Right.
But you didn't have a conversation with the person.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing too with AI, like where you could load a few things in, and that person or the
Yeah.
AI could talk to you back like it is a person,
Yeah.
not just like a script.
But I don't feel like it would be. I mean,
It would be odd, huh?
I know.
Because again,
I
too, like
can't-
you said, like someone like
no.
Jesse, like I think the problem with someone like Jesse is we know her enough that the AI answer wouldn't be right, and you go up and you catch
Yeah.
it, right?
And it's-
so it'd be weird.
Yeah.
But I
So
think if you
that
load
would
enough
be
information,
I'm
better, though.
uncomfortable
I think
thinking about it.
I think it would be better if you caught it, though. You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't
Then
even
I'd
listen to it.
know.
I don't think I
Yeah,
could listen to
just
it. I think it would. I would think it would freak me out. I'd
Yeah.
freak out before
Yeah.
I could even. Yeah.
I know, it's
Wow,
kind of
that's
like-
a really.
yeah, like-
that's intense. Yeah.
That's a gnarly question, but I'm a big hard no on that.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
That's dipping our toe into
No.
God's country.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
too.
and that's just a little too. Yeah, no.
Okay, we
No,
went
but
into the
thank
future
you.
right there.
Jason's like,
That's
okay,
how-
wrap
that's how
it
I feel,
up.
Jason.
Wrap it up. Yeah, we're a little mental now.
with that being said, I'm Marcel.
Wait, can you record that for me, please?
And who are you?
Can we play it back?
Okay, with that being said, I'm Marcel.
And I'm Jason Mulligan.
And I'm Design Muse.
And I'm Fastlane Jane, and this has been High Octane Hustle.
Till next time.